Friends, family, enemies, and allies. Welcome to the podcast.
I wonder how many people fall into the enemy and allies category. Anyway.
What are you doing here? Why listen to the podcast if you're an enemy of the show?
Yeah, exactly. Turn it off.
Go away, Cozzy. Can you say that?
No, you can't. Bit going on in the potty. I've been busy chasing the third Greg around town, Greg Norman this time. He has been the mastermind engineering the Live Golf tournament here in South Australia, and I was assigned the task of stalking him.
Do you know what? I reckon I could go get a broomstick, call it Greg, and you'd be like, hello there, nice to meet you.
Hello, you look handsome.
Maybe I am interested.
Come over here, big boy.
Come over here, big boy. But I'm just a broom. I don't care. Your name's Greg, so I'm into you. Are you schnitting me? Nice little version of that this morning. I spoke about some of my pet rats.
Yeah.
And you spoke about what we could only call extreme tough love back in the day in the roots of Melbourne.
That's exactly right. Scratchy and Squeaky, they were called, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. Bless them.
Yeah.
Long live. They're still on the property at Rowan in southwest New South Wales.
Did you give them a nice burial without, giving away the ending?
I did, but I dare say, because I did the burial, they only were buried about 5 centimetres deep. So
real surface.
I'm pretty sure that a fox probably dug them up really quickly and took them to a different place. Took them to the crematorium.
Real shallow grave, eh?
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for tuning in and all the best with it.
Good rat chat.
Yep, 2 stories. One is a big old lie and one is the truth. You need to correctly identify which is which.
You can go first.
$100 Schnit House voucher.
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off then.
That's okay.
I really apologise.
But thank you very much. I'll go first.
Okay.
It's nice. So, when I was a youngster, and specifically mid-primary school, so I would have been like 7 or 8, and I don't know what mum and dad were thinking by letting me have this, but I had pet rats. I might have mentioned this before as well.
Oh, no, there's been a lot of animal gear.
Yeah, on the farm, a couple of pet rats, and classic. We got the rats, and both female rats, because for those young players at home, you don't want the male rats. They're really quite aggressive, and they stink.
Oh, okay. As
but
opposed
the female
to female
rats,
rats?
yeah, they're lovely.
Really?
Yeah, they're absolutely lovely. So we got this rat, and it had babies. Who knew that it was pregnant when we brought it home? So we had to take the babies back to the pet shop, and I was left with basically one rat. So I had a mother-daughter combination.
I know.
And eventually both of the rats died, and it was quite traumatic. Like, I absolutely love these rats.
What were their names?
Well, yeah, this is not very original, but one was called Squeaky, one was called Scratchy. So, in hindsight, I would have liked to had more formal names, like Patricia or something like that.
And Nancy.
Yes, Jennifer would have been nice.
Yep.
But they were very, very stereotypical small pet names.
Squeaky and Scratchy.
Squeaky and Scratchy.
I mean, that story had it all. Had highs, had lows, because you had pet rats, you loved them, Squeaky and Scratchy, and then they died.
Yes, they did die. And then, because I love music throughout.
Yeah.
Favourite band, by the way, while we're playing this, A17. Back in the day.
Really?
Oh, yes. Posters on my wall.
Oh, yeah.
And I penned a little song.
To Squeaky and Scratchy.
Didn't make the top 40. And I don't think it even had music to it. And I think I was too embarrassed to tell Dad about it.
Oh, you should have been.
Yeah. Growing up on the farm.
Just go with that instinct.
Yeah.
Probably don't tell Dad about the song I've penned for Squeaky and Scratchy.
Didn't tell him on the way to our football that morning. As he jumped off the header, because he'd probably been working since about 3:30 in the morning, that I'd wrote a song about my deceased rats. Anyway, took a while, but here we are. Your story?
Oh, dear God. Who do I work with? Anyway.
The best. Oh, we laugh to stop ourselves from crying.
Okay, well, I am crying. So it's counterproductive, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't identify if they're good or bad tears.
When I was a child, I remember vividly we lived in Werribee in Victoria for a little while.
Sure.
Yep. And so we decided as a family we'd all get bikes. So we jumped on the train, went to Geelong, purchased the bikes, got the train back and brought the bikes home. And it was probably one of the best things that ever happened in my childhood. I got a bike. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And so
because I didn't have bikes in Tassie. Sorry. No, look, we'll cut that out. And we'll move on. No more Tassie jokes.
Yeah,
It's a new rule.
Pretty sure we're live, mate.
Okay.
Anyway.
Just delete that last bit, thanks.
Okay. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
I don't know, the radio gods. So you got the bike?
Anyway, got the bike, couldn't ride it properly. So my mum, and this was back in the days where there were no rules about parenting or anything. This is when you could smoke durries in the car and no one cared, with your children in the back, that sort of vibe.
It was a different time, folks.
It was a different time. And so mum got me on the back of the bike and we were riding back from the shops and mum's riding away and my foot, which had no shoes on, got caught in the spokes.
Oh, my gosh.
And she didn't stop riding.
Oh.
So my poor little
Just ploughed through it.
7-year-old foot was like, nah! And I've screamed and we've crashed the bike and I've come off. Anyway, my foot was unbelievably okay, given what could have happened. But yeah, that's my story about my first bike. Thanks, Mum.
There you go.
Good work, Colleen.
And you say that cost you a career at the Thunderbirds.
That amongst a few other things. Lack of talent, skill, dedication.
All minor things. All minor ingredients. All right.
Still had me though, I reckon.
Yeah, there's a truth in there and there was a lie. Which one is which? Give us a call, 13 24 10, $100 Schnithouse voucher up for grabs.
Okay.
Nothing beats a cosy winter getaway or escaping to a tropical paradise.
If you're thinking about an early winter escape, whatif.com has just the place.
Check out great accommodation deals across Australia on the What If app.
What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Yeah, 2 stories, 1 lie. So yes, did tell a little story about how our pet rats, Scratchy and Squeaky.
Yep.
And unfortunately, they are no longer with us.
No.
Given it was 25 years ago.
R.I.P. Scratchy and Squeaky.
So penned a little song on their behalf, which never saw the light of day.
Oh, that's beautiful though, isn't it?
What story?
I told a story about how my first bike, how we went and picked it up from Geelong, riding around in Werribee. Mum was dinking me on the back because I didn't know how to ride and I got my foot caught in the spokes. And Colleen just kept ploughing through, didn't she?
Yeah, she was like, oh gosh, am I going up a hill here? Crunch, crunch. Went through. Colin's like, I've got to get back home.
My little foot was surprisingly okay.
Yeah, dart in one hand, VB in the other. It was a different time. Riding. And so I admire people who can ride a bike without using the handlebars. I don't know how people do that.
I don't know why they do that because you see some of them and they do like wheelies along the road without their hands. Okay.
So, and Colleen doing it with a dart in one end and VB in the other.
Yeah.
And a kid on the back who's getting her ankle absolutely munched by the spokes.
Okay, you're making my mum look really bad right about now. She didn't have a VB.
It was a different time.
She would have had a dart, not a VB. All right, Ashlyn from Birkenhead. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Great, thank you. How are you going?
Good, thank you.
And who do you think's lying?
I just want to say, Jodie, I'm so sorry that happened to your foot.
Thank you.
And Hayesy, you're a horrible liar.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well done, Ashton. What gave it away?
Well, look, Scratchy and Squeaky, I think you just added a bit too much fluff.
Yes. Yes, Ashlyn.
There was too much going on in the story, whereas, like, Jodie's was quite straight to the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ashlyn knows us very, very well, I think.
Right, there you go.
Best friends every morning.
Oh, we're best friends. Oh, I love
That's really
that.
nice. Can I jump in on this friendship, or I'm clearly on the outer?
Well, if you're a better liar, you could jump in. But
Can you explain to Ashlyn, please, about Michael Jackson, how he did write over
Okay, so the research that I done is that apparently Michael Jackson wrote this song when he was a kid called Ben about his pet rat.
Ben, you're always running here and there.
But I've since been doing some more research, and apparently it was written for someone else and then given to Michael Jackson. So let's just go as for his.
So he didn't write it about
I'm
his
not
rat.
really sure.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm sorry to put you through that, Ashlyn. You
Yeah,
didn't have to
sorry,
stay on
Ashlyn.
the line for that. That's not fair. Anyway, you've won a $100 Schnithouse voucher. Congratulations.
woohoo, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. What a journey that was.
Wasn't it?
Oh, boy. Twists and turns, ups and downs. We finally got there.
Did we though?
I'm not even sure anymore.
Hey, we've got a big show tomorrow coming up too. We've got more Live Golf passes to give away. And that's extraordinary because this thing is sold out.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it's one of those things, and you sort of banged it on the head today when if you're not a golf fan, you are this week.
Doesn't matter.
You want to get yourself to the watering hole on the 12th, and we're going to help you out.
Live Golf Adelaide, a high-stakes weekend of shotgun starts, fan village fun and headline artists including Australian DJ sensation Fisher. Visit livegolf.com.
All right, that'll do from us. Keep it locked to Nova 99 for more chances to get on standby to see Lizzo in Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See you, Scratchy.
See you, Squeaky. All the best.
Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy.
Jodes, Lydia Thorpe, Senator, banned from a particular establishment after a wild night out a couple of nights ago. So we're talking Maxine's Gentlemen's Club in Melbourne. She won't be going back there.
See, that is so contradictory, that term, Maxine's Gentlemen's Club. I don't know how many gentlemen who are twirling their mustaches and sipping on their brandy are going to a strip club in Melbourne.
Yeah.
What?
Drinking a dry martini.
Yes. Saying another lap dance, please.
Yes. Hell of a host too was Maxine.
Yeah, she's
So shout out to her this morning.
Yeah.
Got us thinking though, where have you been banned from?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because we're all very, very mature adults
There's
now.
There's one glaring neon example that you've got.
Yeah, there is.
Tell the good people of Adelaide why you're no longer welcome at the karaoke establishment that is Lissing.
Yeah, because I'm too passionate. Right? Sometimes you just get yourself invested too much in the product, and all of a sudden you find yourself on the ban list. So, and look, I need to really, really come out and say that it wasn't just a one-off occasion.
No.
It was fourth strike in a row. So it was 3 good solid strikes. I think the first time it started with, I'll probably misplace a few bits of clothing.
Yeah.
Yes, and sometimes that happens when you get caught up in the moment.
Someone mentioned that
Singing
night.
Bon Jovi, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what the hell? What's that doing out? But that was years and years ago, and I made up for it years and years later, but then had another loose moment. Do you know what it is? Those bloody guava cruises.
Oh, no.
And the dim sims that they used to serve as well.
Oh, do they serve dim
They
sims?
somehow put alcohol in the dim sims.
I don't know how they're even allowed to combine food with nightclubs. When we were 18, we used to go to a nightclub and we'd get $1 fried rice every time you had a fire engine. You'd buy like vodka raspberry and then you were entitled to buy a plate of $1 fried rice. Yeah.
What about your guts with vodka raspberry and rice just catching up down there? I mean, how are you? What a combination.
Good, thanks.
Whoa.
Hey, look, I know
Let's do this. Should we go back out to the surface? All right. I did have a mate that got banned from Sizzler as well in Wagga Wagga. Yes. Real thrifty type situation when we were kids.
Right.
Taking a Tupperware container in and take some ice cream home.
No!
You cannot do that.
That's against all the hygienic rules of the planet, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And a mate that got banned from Empire nightclub in Sydney because, he lost a couple of pieces of clothing.
He did too.
Yeah, good guy.
What goes on?
Great guy. His name was also Andrew Hayes.
My husband is probably no longer welcome at an establishment called the Austral on Rundle Street.
Classic.
After he got a little bit lippy with a couple of Sapo's finest, and they might have handcuffed him to the pole out the front.
Yes. It was Kelvin from Risque Entertainment. Remember when Kelvin was in here?
Yeah, I do. I'll never forget it.
And Greg's going, what are you going to do to me, Kelvin? He goes, no, we're serious policemen. You might go to jail. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, let's do this. 13, 24, 10. Where are you no longer welcome? Where have you been banned from? Oh, it could be misbehaviour. You could have been misunderstood. We're not going to judge here, are we?
No, it's an absolute judgment-free zone.
You could have misplaced every shirt you've ever had on a night out.
Oh, damn, where are my clothes again? Oh, well, might as well finish off this Bon Jovi song.
Living on a...
So we put the question out there before on 13, 24, 10. What have you been banned from? Just off the back of, Lydia Thorpe had a bit of an awful weekend, it must be said, got herself banned from a gentleman's club.
Yeah, got herself into all sorts.
And then, look, I just did sort of reveal as well that just belting this little beautiful song out several times I was singing every single time. It's like, what? Did my parents run away from me? Like,
yeah. I remember, I reckon it was the night that you got banned from listening. Someone said to me, geez, Hayesy was going off last night. Just seemed to lose his shirt.
Yeah.
Several articles of clothing.
What's going on there? Loose-fitting clothes. You've just got to be so careful these days.
How did the conversation go with the manager from listening? Was he just like, mate, that's it, you're done?
I remember it in flash frames.
No.
I don't remember it overly well.
Right.
Yeah, it was just one of those nights. I think it was raining quite heavily. That's why I can't remember it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Raining guava cruises.
What have you been banned from? 13, 24, 10. Kirby from Manapara West. What have you been banned from?
Hi, guys. It wasn't me. It was my ex-partner. He got barred from a pub up in Queensland, and he decided to dance on the pool table.
Of course he did. Yes.
Right.
But that seems reasonably innocent though, Kirby. Just a quick little dance on the pool table.
Yeah, no, he then proceeded to duck his pants.
Oh, my God.
So
That's taken it to the next level.
Yes, and it was just the same song that you just played was blaring in the background. Memories. I was like, oh my God, no.
There he is. And now his pants
So
are
it
off.
must be that song. It's just got a thing with you guys and losing items of clothing.
Yes.
Pants.
What is it with Bon Jovi?
Can I just say, just every time you hear John Bon Jovi, you don't have to take your pants off.
My pants are off right now.
Thank you, Kirby. Lorena from Camden Park, what have you been banned from?
Oh, look, it was a very, very long time ago, but I was at the Ramsgate one night,
Uh-oh.
and the service wasn't great. I leant over the bar, poured myself a beer, and that was the end of my night there.
Yeah, they don't like that, do they?
No, but I feel there's a common theme here this morning on the callers. Generally, the establishments involve some form of alcohol, I think.
Yes, that is a good observation, Lorena. What did they say to you when they politely asked you to leave?
I think it was something like, I think you've had enough tonight and you can't do that here. And then they got security over and, I was walked out the door.
Oh, there you go. Very nice work.
Yeah. Well, you should have arced up and said, well, if the service wasn't so slow, I wouldn't be forced into this position where I have to pour myself a Sauvignon Blanc.
Hey, Lorena, thanks so much for calling us. We want to send you along to the beach house, yeah?
Thank you. Oh, my kids will love that. Thanks so much.
Very good stuff. Now, looking for something to do these school holidays, the beach house is a perfect destination for a fun-filled day out. It's more fun at their house, the beach house. Quick chat about Live Golf as well. It's going to be here very, very soon.
Yeah. Program starts on Thursday.
Yes. So if you're watching the news last night,
Yeah.
looking out for Channel 7 Nightly News at 6 p.m, just a little code word.
Oh, what was it?
Well,
Don't give it away.
that's...
That was a test for you.
I
That
nearly
was a
said, I nearly said something too.
That was a test.
Okay. Give us a call right now.
Hole in one! Hole in one! Hole in one! A hole in one! A hole in one!
Yes, golf. Live Golf is coming to Adelaide.
Yeah, and I don't even know who I am anymore because I'm so excited about it.
Just decked out in your Titleist gear, aren't you?
Yes, I am, head to toe.
Tailor-made.
Just got those. What are they called? Are they cleats? What do you call those?
Spikes? Are they golf spikes?
Golf spikes.
Whoa, what are we looking to produce a shirt?
I know.
You might know.
Exactly.
It's not a pineapple shirt, so
He asked who Greg Norman was this morning, so we shouldn't be looking to him for
he
advice.
asked me who LeBron James was one time. He said, "Who's that? A French fella, is he?"
What time does he tee off?
Anyway, we want to send you along to Live Golf.
In all seriousness, I was down there yesterday at the Grange Golf Course, which is a beautiful golf course, but it looks especially magnificent. They've got all the speakers set up. They've got stages set up for concerts. They've got all the corporate areas set up for parties. It's unbelievable.
What I just love as well, when these golf courses, and you look at the Masters and all these other courses, these amazing courses around the world, there's not a blade of grass out of place.
It's unbelievable.
It's
isn't it?
ridiculous.
In my next life, I want to be like a golf greenskeeper. How fun would that be, just cruising around on one of those little... right on.
See, I always look at it and go, how frustrating when you've just got one of the pros who's just practicing creating the giant divot.
divots. Yeah.
It's almost like a pothole, and you're like, I've got to repair that.
Yeah, I'm going to fix that now.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Brooks Cookbro or whatever your name is.
Kepka. Coepka. All right, you need to listen to Channel 7. When I say listen, I said that yesterday as well. You need to
stop.
watch. You can listen as well, but definitely watch it because it's a visual medium. You needed to watch Channel 7 News last night for a code
I've never known
word.
a man less to learn from his mistakes. It's like, I did that yesterday, let's not do it again tomorrow.
10th time lucky. Make sure you're watching 7 News tonight from 6 p.m. to grab the daily code word and give us a call. And that is what Craig has done. Good morning to you, Craig.
Oh, good morning, boys. How are you?
Yeah, going very well, thanks.
You know
Craig,
what, Days? I'm an ex-gardener and those potholes will do me in.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
The divots.
Oh, isn't it just a bit of fun cruising around on your ride-on, though?
Well, yeah, it used to be, yes, but I don't know. I don't know if I better stand looking at the holes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, Craig, you got a code word for us?
It's swing.
Oh, bang on. You are heading along, mate. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome.
Very good
Just
stuff.
a real think tank coming up with these code words, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go back into the mix for the next sort of few and just trying to harden up a little bit for the rest of the week.
Yep.
Live Golf Adelaide, a high-stakes weekend of shotgun starts, fan, village fun, headline artists, including Australian DJ sensation Fisher. Visit livegolf.com. More chances tonight. Just watch the news.
Tomorrow's code word will be Kepka.
That's actually reasonably difficult. Tomorrow's code word could be something like putt.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Hazy's on This Dayesy.
Tuesday, it is time to take a trip down memory lane via On This Dayesy. You're coming, Jodie.
Oh, can I please?
Hey, producers, oh, you want to see?
Come along.
Nah, right, let's do it. Bit of knowledge will whack you straight in the face. 1924, 18th of April, a crossword puzzle book was published for the first time in America.
Oh, God. I'm not a crossword person.
Yeah, I'd like to be, but I'm just not very good at them.
Yeah. And also, I don't like to challenge my brain. I just like to numb it.
Yeah. You know when you go, how do you do that? I'll tell you what you do. You sit there and you watch ABC Kids. That's what I do. Cocoa melons will turn my brain into mush.
Oh, my God, cocoa melon.
1930, according to BBC Radio, and April 18, 1930 was the dullest day of the 20th century after an announcer informed the nation at the 6:30 bulletin, "Good evening, today is Friday, there is no news."
This is the national programme of the BBC. There is no news tonight, so until 9 o'clock, here is some music on record.
For the rest of the 15-minute time slot, the station played only piano music.
Oh, my God. I really want Kate Freeburn on our 10 News First to say that tonight. Good evening. Welcome. There is no news, as you were.
There's no news. Here's some Silverchair. For 15 minutes. 2015, the most bridesmaids to one bride, 168, were present at the wedding of Tina Ackles in Florida, USA.
That's ridiculous. What? No one's got 168 friends, do they?
Is that 168 dresses that she's supposed to fork out for?
Yeah, I know. Expensive.
Absolutely absurd. I bought 4 suits for my groomsmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't pay for them?
I did not pay for them. I paid for everything.
God, you're generous.
Yes. Can't
Except
help
for
it.
coffee around here. Or in
wowee. Let's not go down that road. I'd rather stay on this particular train because it's lovely.
Yeah.
Let's go with knowledge. 2020, Together at Home, a virtual benefit concert for the World Health Organisation's COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund was curated by Lady Gaga. Yeah, Lady knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Hello, Gaga speaking. Number 1 song in April 18 in 2009 was Boom 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 Pow by Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, God. I mean, lyrical genius, isn't it?
Go the Peas.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
Blown my little black sport socks off this morning. What about this? A former star of the hit US series The OC is heading to Neighbours in one of the most surprising cast announcements in the show's history. Misha Barton, who became a household name, of course, as Marissa Cooper in the early noughties teen drama, is set to move to Ramsay Street as production gets underway on the rebooted Aussie soap.
Oh, my goodness.
This is some of her finest work on the OC.
Whoever you want me to be.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, can I bum a cigarette?
I'm obsessed with the OC, and I don't realise until listening to that, I didn't realise how much they talk like that.
Yeah. Can I have a cigarette?
What about Marissa's dad, too? Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jimmy had some issues.
Jimmy did.
He's just not good with money, Jimmy.
No. And what about Jimmy's dad? Married the girl with the red hair. Can you remember?
Jimmy's dad married the girl with the red hair.
Yeah, the Australian guy, Alan Alder. I wanted Alan something. No, not Alan Alder. Alan Alder was in MASH.
Yeah. It's such a tight-knit group, the TV biz, isn't it? Who would have thought that the OC and MASH would come together as a beautiful connection?
Shut up. This guy, Alan, who's been on a heap of stuff in the States,
Yep.
was also on Neighbours. So it's come full circle. Hang on. What's his name? Where is he? He's not there, Sean! Okay. God.
Anyway, we'll do some research during the ad breaks and perhaps we'll get back to you, but hopefully not.
Which I potentially should have done through Taylor Swift. Anyway, viewers are divided over the new episode of Australian children's series Bluey. This is ridiculous, with some claiming it featured toxic messaging about weight. So the ABC series, basically, you've got husband and wife, Bandit and Chili. They're weighing themselves on bathroom scales, in which Bandit sighs. He goes, oh, man, before touching all the excess skin on his stomach. Have a listen.
Oh, man. What? I just need to do some exercise.
Tell me about it. Why don't you just do some exercise?
Same old reason, Bluey. You kids and work.
Us?
Well, if Chili wasn't honest then I don't know when she's going to be honest
I
there.
think Chili was the one that was fat shaming.
Yeah.
She's like, do you what?
And just on that as well, before we get on that, can we do a little story, all the stuff that's circulating on the internet about Chili and her potential affair with Lucky's dad?
That's so ridiculous.
Well,
It is. So
all the signs add up.
we've got conspiracy theories about Chili having an affair now.
Yes, with Lucky's dad. Next door neighbour.
Righto. Okay, let's move on to Lionel Richie seamlessly. He's elated to be performing at the upcoming coronation of King Charles. So the legendary singer said he couldn't believe it when he got tapped on the shoulder. He's joining Katy Perry, Take That, Andrea Bocelli on the grounds of Windsor Castle on May the 7th, one day after King Charles is officially crowned at Westminster Abbey. Can you imagine them all going off to a bit of this?
Yes. Can Lionel take us into the ad break?
Imagine Camilla and the King just sexily dancing together to this.
Yeah. And then Andrea comes in and goes, time to say goodbye.
I never thought I'd say these words, Andrew Hayes, but I'm about to. You ready for this?
Here we go.
I'm looking forward to the golf.
What does that even mean?
Yuck.
Is golf code for netball? Is that what we're calling netball these days?
Yeah,
is
golf. Live golf. Mainly because, as you well know, there were 3 people in my first marriage. There was me, my husband Greg, and a Titleist 9-iron. All just a sweet little menage a trois.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that your first daughter wasn't named Titleist.
So I was down at Grange yesterday where they're setting up for the Live Golf tournament, and oh my God, it's incredible. It looks like one giant, massive party. In fact, the par 3 12th hole is known, did you know this, as the watering hole. It's just a party hole. Just set up for a party at the golf. How cool.
Yeah. Off the back of the Phoenix Open over in the States, which is the 16th.
Okay, 16th over there.
Incredible scenes if you Google it as well. Like they'll hit a ball in the hole and just people shower the green with beer and all sorts of things.
It's so un-golf-like, isn't it? So yesterday, 10 News First, we got Cam Smith. As he touched down at the airport, he flew domestically, normally. Lee Westwood, etc. Some of the players were at the Saints Pies the other night. They were a guest of Mally. Dustin Johnson was there with his wife, Paulina Gretzky, who is the daughter of the greatest ice hockey player of all time, Wayne Gretzky. We all know that in this room, didn't we? Yeah. If you check out her Insta page, which
Producer Zoe's looking at you like you're speaking Japanese.
If you check out her Insta page, she is pretty much one of the hottest women on the planet.
Oh, I was thinking it. You said it though.
So my husband, when you combine the concepts of ice hockey and a hot woman, wowee, is he up and about. So I called him yesterday from Grange. He's like, have you seen Paulina? No, settle down, mate. But you know who we didn't get yesterday? The man responsible for bringing this tournament here, and that is the Great White Shark, Greg Norman.
Oh.
So we got word he was flying in on his private jet yesterday afternoon. So I'm down there. I find myself stalking at the airport once again, looking for another Greg.
Classic. Just a magnet for Gregs you are.
Wow. And I'm thinking I'm on track for Greg number 3 here, and he is filthy rich.
Yeah.
Like, I was on a winner. Anyway, he didn't land, so I had to go to back to Grange for a live cross, and I interviewed the organiser of the tournament, and then at the end of it, he goes, the Pro-Am's on Thursday, starts on Thursday, there's still tickets to that. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So explain the Pro-Am to people, please.
Yeah. Well, it's basically an absolute ridiculously normal person can play a round of golf with one of these outrageous professionals.
It's unbelievable. And he goes, yeah, so your husband Greg's playing. And I went, oh, is he? That's news to me. I didn't know he was playing in the Pro-Am. And he goes, oh, no, sorry, that's your ex-husband.
Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy.